Good morning, gang. It's Gord, your hurting hippie, and it is 8:15 and minus 18 with wind chill. It's a cold one, friends. It's a cold one. Cheers. And you're probably wondering, what's with the different angle? I'm trying new things, friends. This new angle is thanks to my Patreon supporters. Thanks to their check this month, I was able to get an adapter for my phone to go onto my big camera's tripod, and now I can do this from almost anywhere. It's rather portable, it's really easy, and I have a remote control. Not sure how well you hear me because now this is on the steps rather than stuck in the corner of this little room. But pitter patter, let's get at her. Let's see how this works. And I'll try other things too as well. I'm having a feeling that maybe you won't get the voice as well. That's why I keep leaning in. Trying something new, eh? Is it addictive? Is it addictive? This is something that has really bothered me for a while. And you know what? Hang on a second, okay? And that might be even a little bit better. Friends, I actually like this angle. I think it's pretty cool. Cheers. Again, thank you to the Patreon supporters. Because of them, I just bought this. What the heck? And there's more coming, more ideas, more thoughts. A gimbal is one that people were talking about. Anyways, on to is it addictive? This stemmed from a post from somebody I don't even follow. You get some posts in Instagram that you didn't ask for. And it was somebody who called themselves a hippie who was calling out long-term pot users, saying, "You say it's not addictive," says the person who's been smoking for 40 years, who's psychologically dependent upon it. And I want to clear the air, even though some might say, who cares, let the baby have the cookie. I think it's important to bring up the subject. How'd I do that? People were walking by. I think it's important to breach the subject and talk about it. First of all, an addiction. I have gone through addictions and ended those addictions, and I know what an addiction is. I'm not addicted to pot. Yes, I've smoked it since 1972, 73, somewhere around there. And I love it. I love it. But, how do I put it? First of all, I'm giving anecdotal information, my own experience for something, and trying to expand it onto a general population, which isn't a good thing to do. It's been done to pot forever, but it needs to start my conversation. I have never been dependent on pot. Throughout my years, and I don't even remember, I know somewhere around 22, 23, I stopped pot for easily 3 or 4 years. Somewhere around 32, 33, I stopped for a couple of years. In my 40s, I stopped for a couple of years. I haven't stopped since in my 50s at all, but I've also taken breaks, tolerance breaks, and lots of people take tolerance breaks, 4 days, 28 days, however they do it. They go without the medicine for a long time. You do that to something you're addicted to, good frickin' luck, you know? So, and that can be expended. It's anecdotal, but it's all over the place. How many people take tolerance breaks? And just put your stuff away, put your pot away for a day, if you can, if you aren't taking it for medicine. If you're doing it recreationally, go a day or 2 or 3 or 4 without, and notice that you have no physical or mental withdrawal symptoms, except maybe wanting a toke. But that's not, it's not overwhelming. An addiction is an overwhelming need to have that thing in your life as often as possible. I've been addicted to many things: coffee, cigarettes. Cigarettes are probably the very worst. Alcohol was really hard to quit. Those are true addictions. You'd say, you know what, I'm going without for the next couple of days, and you wouldn't be able to. You either quit or you keep going, you know? A psychological dependence, some people develop that onto cannabis, of course. We develop psychological dependencies on chocolate. We develop them for hugs. You know, some people gotta have that hug in the morning, you know? Psychological dependence on certain ways of drinking and certain things of doing in the daytime. That is a normal part of the human psyche. It is not an indicator of addiction. This medicine, my friends, is not addictive. So that's my thoughts. What's yours? Let's talk below, and remember, you too could be a Patreon supporter. It's only a few bucks a month, $5 a month. Some people donate 10. What the heck? It helps build this channel. It helps an old hippie. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony.